What's good, YouTube? We back with another fucking video. Today we react to Gucci Mane is fucking pathetic. I don't know what this video is about. It's by I don't even know his name, Yasin or what the fuck you say. I'm just about to start this bit.
Gucci Mane telling. I cannot tell you guys how excited I am to hear or not hear from people that had everything under the sun to say about 6ix9ine and many others, because Gucci Mane had arguably one of the worst and most embarrassing moments in hip-hop history. So first, his own artist robs him, right? His own artist robs him, and this is Gucci Mane. This isn't like Leor Cohen getting robbed, who he's never been touched, but Gucci Mane. Yes. So he gets robbed, allegedly. You know, it's still alleged. It's still going through the court by Pooh Shiesty, who's arrested for it now. And he drops.
So I'm wondering, y'all think Pooh Shiesty really gonna skip this deal, or not even just deal or the case? Y'all think I honestly, I don't know. Some weird shit can happen and he could probably get a few years for this shit. But if anything, I really don't think he's gonna get a few years. He might end up getting 30 or some shit, maybe 50.
The song called Crash Dummy. And we're going to go over a couple of lyrics from this and why I think he did this song.
Oh yeah, this song's
number
ass.
one. So first off, it's on a Zaytoven beat, which I think some people are like, yo, I can't believe Zaytoven just be like making music at church and stuff. Since when are people like, yeah, he was worked with a lot of trap artists, but he's a producer. I don't think he's co-signing everything that they say. They just do business together. But he goes on and just telling all over the track. I mean, tell the truth, you went out like a real crash dummy. After all that, boy, you still signed to me. I'm like, Birdman, this my cash money. And your fat flunky, he a stone cold junkie. He's talking about Big 30 here. He's like, you know, I got my bread. And keep in mind, this song stinks. It's like he's rapping the same way that he usually does, but you kind of give him a pass because he was like rapping that real stuff that we associated with Gucci. But when he's telling on a track and he's not even delivering bars, you're looking at it like, what the hell is this garbage? So I don't even want to like go through the rest of these disgusting lyrics, but we must. He says, it's all on you, can't be wearing no disguises. You play stupid games, then win stupid prizes. Some people like to take kindness for weakness. I pulled up on business, but y'all was on some weak-ish. The artist and the CEO, I wear a lot of hats. He has not been an artist for a very long time, not one that had success, I can tell you that much. They smile in your face, they stab you in your back. You learn from your daddy, so I guess that's hereditary. I'm the same one that put money on your commissary and set up to play like Suge Knight did with Dre, but I ain't Eazy-E, this ain't back in the day. This is the craziest part. He said, pressure on my chest, but I still ain't pressed. Now, I don't know if this was, because they said they pointed a gun at him. I don't know if it was his chest or his chest was beaten. He says, pen to the paper, but it's under duress. Read between the lines. We don't need to read between the lines. We're looking at the lines, and you're telling us everything we need to know. Step up to the plate. My life is a test. I'm a rich exec. So this is the most important part. Pen to the paper, but it's under duress. Read between the lines. I don't settle for less. So he's telling them. He's letting them know. And this was the first thing that came out, is a bunch of people were like, yo, you know, we're not sure if he gave a statement. The reason why I think he dropped this song is because he wanted to get ahead of the information that's later going to come out that he fully cooperated. Because you start to see the narrative shift. Because if it comes out, first they said, oh no, he just reported his jewelry stolen. And some people were like, okay, I understand that. Because Rollo, he would speak on that first, on the jewelry thing. Because he was one of the first people signed to Gucci Mane.
I just sat back just to see how many of y'all fake gonna keep it real. So we get word from Big 30 lawyer the other day that Gucci Mane wasn't cooperating. And then after the court proceeding, we see the FBI say under oath that they ain't heard nothing from Gucci Mane. But when I just posted Gucci the other day, everybody wrote all these rat emojis and said all this stuff about this man. But
so did he snitch or did he not snitch? What the fuck?
When we want the apologists to be as loud as the souls, they gonna call that man a rat. Y'all gotta send in jail facing, we don't know how much time for trying to get out of contract. But yet, Gucci Mane still gonna get money out this. Like, he still signed the Gucci Mane out of all this bull. Right now, when we listening to Pooh Shiesty, the money still going to Gucci Mane pocket. So it's a lose-lose situation.
So Rollo, he is, man, this guy goes back so long. Not only did he do a ton of time in jail for like allegedly transporting 500 pounds of weed, but he didn't tell on anybody, as some people, and he was doing everything to fight the allegations that he told. And he delivered that same defense to Gucci Mane initially, writing, "I was the first artist signed to Gucci after his release from federal prison. He overly did the right thing by me as his artist and little brother. He took me places."
Hold on, I want to read this for myself. Took me places I never seen myself going, and I made a lot of money from his cosign. I didn't lead a label for anything other than I wasn't seeing anything eye to eye with the executives at a major label 1017 signed to Gucci, and I sat down like a man. How much money I need to send the major label back, and I did what I was supposed to do, and I was released. I don't know what went on between him and Pooh, but y'all bashing good. Whatever the fuck he said. Man, Dolph loved him. KCP loved him. His wife, kids, family, myself, countless other yada yada bullshit.
I never seen myself going, and I made a lot of money from his cosign. I didn't leave the label for anything other than I wasn't seeing eye to eye with the executives at the major label 1017 was signed to. I think that was Atlantic. Gucci and I sat down like men, and he told me how much money I needed to send the major label back, and I did what I was supposed to do, and I was released. I don't know what went on between him and Pooh, but y'all bashing a good man. Dolph loved him. QCP loved him. His wife, kids, family, myself, countless others loved him for being a good dude. I can't say nothing bad about him. Well, he would even defend him until he would have to walk it back after more information would be given, including that song.
You know what? I respect the game. I'm a man, and I need you to send it to your people and tell them I was wrong and tell them I apologize.
Even academics compared him to none other than J. Fold.
Chat, I'm gonna keep it a beat with you. This is the weakest I've seen since it would have been the weakest ever if it wasn't for J. Cole apologizing after he got dissed. The J. Cole is historic. Like, that's the weakest ever. But this is weak too. Getting robbed by your artist, making a police report, then instead of going to get your back, dissing the for robbing you. Nah, this is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah, I would say, frankly,
like, nigga, Gucci, you were grown. Imagine, no, I'm gonna just put this in a scenario. Imagine you're just a regular ass nigga, a 30, however old Gucci, I think he in his 40s now, but 40, whatever the age is, nigga, you getting robbed, and boom, you know where the niggas at, you know they drop, or you know where they be staying at with all your shit, after they posted all that shit online, and you still don't go back and get it. Instead, I mean, I'm not saying snitch is a bad thing, because I'm not affiliated with the hood. I probably would have snitched too. I'm not even gonna lie. No cap. I would have snitched too. I'm not gonna lie. But, I'm just saying, nigga, a diss track? Like, Gucci Mane, you were fucking pushing 50, nigga. What the fuck are we doing? And after all this shit I done heard you rap about back in the... Bro, my mom still bump your music to this day. All them old songs. And this is the shit that's happening? Like, nigga, you couldn't get it back in blood. Like, what did that girl do to you, bruh? Like, really, for real.
to be honest, this is worse. This is absolutely worse than J. Cole. And I was on J. Cole's head top. I still will be. I mean, the guy did a mini rollout and just left to China
what the fuck
to
does J.
play some
Cole have to do
basketball,
with
which
this?
I do love on a personal level because he's just doing exactly what he wants to do. And this is the thing. Everybody that called J. Cole performative for driving around in the, what was it, a Honda? I think it was a Honda, some old car. What's so performative about him playing basketball in China? Tell me that. Is that performative? How is that benefiting him whatsoever? I think he just wants to do what he wants to do, and he thinks certain things are cool that other people don't. Like for him, riding around a bicycle in New York City, he was doing that after Forest Hills Drive. And
Nah,
he
they
loved
look
doing
like they
that.
was
Most
having a fun
rappers,
time. I ain't gonna
they're like,
cap,
get
though.
on a bicycle. Are you crazy? Come, get the black truck. Somebody get the Escalade. Somebody do something like that and drive me around. But J. Cole, after having gone to college at St. John's in New York and Queens, he was probably like, man, it would be so good just to come back to New York City and just ride around like in a bicycle, especially now that I'm up and I don't have the stresses that I did when I was in college. And that's why he did that. Same thing with the basketball thing now. So I think he's like, yo, it would be cool to go to China and play basketball there. Why not? So we're not going to go too far into but yeah, J. Cole, he's a guy that's not very confrontational, even though he was trying to get like that on the rap end, but we know it would have gone personal after we saw how grimy it got with them. So it makes, it's not that it makes, it's like we can give it somewhat of a step.
Okay, fuck what this nigga saying. What the fuck does J. Cole got to do with Gucci Mane snitching on Pooh Shiesty? I'm sorry, I'm watching this video only because, nigga, I was bored and I just seen something on my feed. But what the fuck does J. Cole got to do with fucking Gucci Mane? Like, at all. This nigga just came out of nowhere and just brought up side hustle to side. Nigga, J. Cole can do what the fuck he wants. He's rich.
Down from what Gucci Mane did. Gucci Mane, this guy caught a body. And people are trying to like walk it back now. So yeah, here he's spitting, but this is the number one weakest thing we have ever seen.
Yeah,
and like I said, the reason why this is being put out, my belief, my opinion, is that he wanted to get ahead of the talent. And it kind of worked because some people are laughing at this. Some people, like from the streets, like OTF Duty Low, who's one of... He's only the family, very close with Lil Durk. He said, you bogus as hell. My age grew up to you. You had us crashing out. Pure F, lost all respect. Free Shiesty, free Big 30, free to guys. This is how I expect all of these other guys to react, which they didn't. T.I. didn't say anything, but funny enough. Who else? Oh, we're gonna get into my favorite rapper that didn't say anything. But this is the thing. We're seeing a lot of people call this out. And this is better because a lot of people are also, the majority of quote unquote normal people, they're defending this. And they're saying like, well, he's a businessman. Well, what do you guys expect? And we're going to talk about Charlemagne in a separate video. I need to get into that. But for me, I wanted to know what Young Thug was saying. And I quote tweeted this because in May of 2025, Kid Cudi got subpoenaed, and Young Thug's like, damn, Cudi a rat. Because Kid Cudi got subpoenaed to go to court and speak on the situation he had with Diddy because he was dating Cassie, and Diddy allegedly set his car on fire and threatened him. And this guy, Young Thug, talking about Cudi a rat, Woody a rat, this guy a rat, everybody a rat. But when it comes to Gucci Mane, who signed him, he had a whole campaign for free Gucci. He had been tight with Gucci. He had talked trash about Gucci last year, so he was ahead of his time talking about Gucci went soft in jail. But then he walked that back and asked for apology in a 7-minute track that nobody even remembers anymore. So I said, funny how Young Thug sounds.
YouTube Premium is ad-free YouTube and
I'm gonna edit this
ad-free
shit out,
videos
bro.
on
I
the
hate
YouTube
when they
Kids
do
app,
this
so
shit.
kids can bounce the Kids Bop without missing a
I
beat.
promise you,
Try
we're
one
gonna
month
edit
free.
this shit out.
About Gucci Mane though, because he has all this to say about Kid Cudi, and I'm telling you guys, like, you know how much that irritated me and disgusted me when Young Thug is talking about Kid Cudi a rat. Like, he is taking whatever values that he has, whatever street politics he has, whatever he grew up on, and he's saying, no, that all applies.
And then the thing is, we remember this shit happened and Young Thug was getting on all these niggas for snitching, and then all them fouls to them popped up and you was out there running your mouth too. So like, bro, what the hell is going on with Atlanta? It's actually like, I don't know.
Kid Cudi of all people from Shaker Heights in, what is it, Ohio? You gotta be kidding me. And then also, Young Thug was somebody that did music with 6ix9ine when he was at his peak, and then falls back, of course, it makes sense. But now, no silence about Gucci Mane. Where is Young Thug's opinion? This is like the Ja Rule situation, but we need Young Thug's opinion. I need to hear it. I don't ever want to see another interviewer talk to Young Thug without asking him about Gucci Mane. This guy dropped a track. He dropped a track telling them exactly what happened. At least 6ix9ine dropped his track, Gooba, talking about he ratted after the whole case was over and he served his time in prison. Gucci Mane's doing this. He's getting ahead of it. They're going to be playing lyrics of Gucci Mane in court and talking about, see, he said he did it under duress. And this is all about one. Now, yeah, do I think Pooh Shiesty's an absolute fool? Yes, but this is who Gucci Mane was signing. He wanted to sign these guys. The realer they were, the more he wanted to sign them. And when Academics goes in on him for saying it's the weakest thing ever, I have to co-sign. Like, this is number one. This is past J. Cole. Like, J. Cole exiting out of the beef, I would say that's number two.
Yo, forget everything I said. Remember I said Gucci ain't gonna make a statement? This is a statement right here. Yo, this is it's a statement right here.
So, Gucci Mane, instead of this nigga really wrote a whole snitch. He wrote a whole snitch song. He wrote a whole song just pouring it all out, just snitching. That's why the niggas was saying it was AI. That shit is not AI. Gucci, good luck. I hope you did streams on that shit. You did a good thing, bro. I don't know what these niggas talking about, bro. You have too much not to lose, man. Go on and do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, this was bullshit. You should never ever drop this song. Pooh Shiesty was already finna do years behind this shit. Now you really showing us that you really a snitch now. And all them songs that my mom was bumping back then with all the shit you was talking about and all that, I don't even really believe you. I can't even believe you really did that shit back then compared to now. What the fuck happened?
Yo, I swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. Yo, I'm gonna keep it a beat with you. I'm gonna keep it 100. I ain't gonna even name the right. You know, there's just a lot of them. Yo, Charleston White gotta step his snitching game up. Charleston White ain't doing this shit over a beat with an 808 with Zaytoven. Charleston White just doing this on Instagram in his drawers. Charleston, you gotta step your game up, bro. This brought a 808, a hot beat. This sound like, yo, this nigga got ad-libs for the goddamn storytelling. Brr.
I personally don't ever want to hear another Gucci Mane song ever. And this is the funny thing. People are like, well, you know, that's just entertainment. Now they're giving excuses because they like Gucci Mane. But let's be for real here, dude. Gucci Mane, it's like Young Dolph, right? Imagine Young Dolph. You got a full-on 2-hour interview of Young Dolph, God rest his soul, just telling talking to the DEA, all that. And Young Dolph is, a lot of Young Dolph is like hustle music, getting money music, but he's just telling all over the track. You wouldn't be able to listen to Young Dolph again because Gucci Mane is not a good enough musician for all of his lyrics to be not only complete cap, but for him to be telling on top of it. And I just saw this coming. Like, there's no way he's just going to give up the money or give up his artist and feel like he got punked. But the way to get back, like, this is how. It's legacy completely ruined. I do not want to see, or we're naming shaming everybody that works with Gucci. Yeah, especially everybody that calls, like, for example, 21 Savage. I'm not on his head top for saying anything because 21 Savage really does not involve himself with anything. And he didn't mess with 6ix9ine to begin with. So I think that was it. The problem with 6ix9ine, even though he talks about this, and I've said this from way back when, is that 6ix9ine just wasn't liked. He just had too many enemies and not enough allies. That's it. Although I still think they would have distanced themselves from him, and I still think he could have made a good comeback if he didn't lean into it and just kind of like play it like Gunna, kind of play it like, yo, these people did me so dirty. Because this guy's getting kidnapped, threatened to be killed, like kidnapped worse than Gucci Mane, not like lured somewhere. They just ran down on 6ix9ine. And Gucci Mane, they're giving him a pass. And Gucci Mane is just lucky because, to give you guys some context, in the early 2010s, Rick Ross being exposed by 50 Cent as a correctional officer in his past was the most breaking.
Wait, I never knew this. 50 Cent. Wait, how the fuck did you know this? How the fuck does 50 Cent know all these facts? This nigga 50 Cent gotta have, like, the top tier, most fucking media people around him. This nigga knows everything about everybody. What the fuck, bro? Rick Ross, you were a correctional officer? Hey, props to you now. You making money, but how the fuck did he know that?
News ever, and everybody was shocked. And they were like, yo, his career might be done.
Nigga,
what do we do now? What's going to come after this?
Do they just randomly think rappers just randomly come out of nowhere with bread,
overcome that, had to drop some amazing music. And Rick Ross is one of the best rappers ever in terms of making music and rapping. Like, we got to give him credit for that. I freaking love Rick Ross's music. But just think about how we went from that to Gucci Mane on a track on a Zaytoven beat, Gucci Mane, one of the biggest street rappers ever, talking about, oh, I got robbed, head under duress, detailing the entire situation play by play as if we were reading the federal indictment. And people are defending it. And credit needs to be given to 6ix9ine for breaking the mold. Because people are so, not just fed up, but they're so accustomed now to everybody under the sun telling, really 1090 Jake and 6ix9ine. Like, 1090 Jake just exposed every single rapper under the sun that now, it's almost like, oh, well, everybody's telling. And unfortunately, Tory Lanez is sitting behind bars because he wouldn't tell on a woman. This is just downright evil by Gucci Mane. Like, this is slime right here. You know, they talk about, like, yo, slime? This is slime right here. Oh, man, this is gross. And this is the thing, too. Like, some people say, well, you know, it's like it's worse if somebody does crime and tells on somebody else. No, not really, because in this situation, this is all just money. Gucci was not going to go to jail. He wasn't saving himself time from going to jail. He wasn't harmed in the situation. There was a there was like a signing, right? And he just doesn't want that to be held up in court. So this is purely just for money. Really, you can respect somebody that's like, yo, I'm not going behind bars. I got a family and all that. You can at least make some sense out of that. So I'm telling on this guy. I'm not doing 25 years. So really, 6ix9ine situation was better than Gucci's situation. Because 6ix9ine, if he just got robbed or something, at that time, I really think he would have just licked his wounds and been like, hey, it is what it is. But Gucci Mane, he didn't even have a chance of going to jail here, and he still told and made a track about it. This is gross. Yeah. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. They might have cloned this guy. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Subscribe.
Alright, bro. This nigga is fucking stupid, bro. Hey, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, man. I'm gonna keep trying to post. I need to get back on my shit because if I don't, I'm gonna be fucking broke. But I'm gonna just see y'all later. I'm gonna keep these reaction videos going. Just let me know if I need to react to some more bullshit, whatever. I'm out.